So hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Rachel and go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you haven't done so already, we are on the road to 500 subscribers and that can only happen if you hit that subscribe button down below. So with that being said, once I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a few giveaways, gift cards, craft items, things that you may need, tools that you use, all of that good stuff. So help me get to 500 subscribers so I can give away some free things. Now, outside of that, today's video was it's gonna be very fun, very exciting. I'll be creating just two things that I think are very beginner friendly. We will be doing these, I guess, glass beer can shaped glasses. I've done those before, but I figured I'd come on camera and show you guys how I did them. They're really cute. And then I also am going to be doing a t-shirt, which you guys will also see me do as well to kind of match those glasses there. And yeah, so two super easy, beginner friendly projects for you to do. As soon as you get your Cricut machine, all you have to do is simply purchase a t-shirt and purchase some glasses and you're on your way. So with that being said, let's just hop straight into today's video. All right, you guys, so for today's project, you are going to need your Cricut machine. I have my Cricut Maker 3 here. What I also have that you cannot see is my heat press. I also have here my green standard grip mat. You'll also need your tools. I have here my 2 beer glass cans or beer can glasses. And then I also just have here a t-shirt by Bella Canvas Tees, and it is a polyester cotton mix. And then I also have here my strong grip transfer tape because we will be using the smart vinyl, permanent vinyl for the glasses here. And then I also have over there my black heat transfer sizer easy weed vinyl. So 2 fun little projects, super quick, super easy, beginner friendly. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to hop over into my design space. And the first thing that we're gonna do are these beer glass cans or beer can glasses. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. We're gonna hop on these first, so. All right, so in Cricut Design Space, you're going to want to open your design space and go. I already have my projects kind of pre-saved already, but of course you need to create a new project, make your own. I'm just going to go straight to make it. Basically, be sure to measure out your glasses to know the length and the width that you want your design to be. That's basically all I did. So we will be cutting this on mat today. And I will need to adjust my mat size, of course, you all already know. And now what I'm gonna do is just move the pieces of my design around to make sure I have enough room to be able to cut them on the vinyl piece. And then once I have these all set up, the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and create our design or make our design. Let our Cricut machine cut it. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and prep our mat to begin the cut. I am just basically measuring my smart permanent vinyl next to my mat to know what size piece of vinyl I need to cut to put on the mat. And so I'm just going to attach this to our mat and then begin the cut. So while our vinyl is cutting, I am just taking my strong grip transfer tape, which when using permanent vinyl, always use the strong grip transfer tape. The standard grip will not work. It will not pull the permanent vinyl off of the backing. So strong grip transfer tape every time you use permanent vinyl. And now all I'm gonna do is go ahead and peel this off of my mat. And then I'm also gonna obviously weed out the wording to begin to adhere it to my glasses. And now that we're done weeding, we're gonna go ahead and attach our vinyl to our glasses. So there's really no real special technique to this. All I do is go ahead and peel the backing off of my transfer tape. I lay that flat and then I lay my vinyl decal on top of it, and then, you know, brandish it down, make sure it's good and flat and on my tape really well, peel it back, and I put it on the glass. Basically that's all I do. I usually rub up and down first, and then I'll rub side to side, just to make sure it's going around the curve of the glass. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna do this for both of the glasses, and as you can see here, that's what it will be looking like. So yeah. All right, you guys, so we're moving on to our t-shirt. I just have here just a regular, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just a regular, it's a cotton polyester blend mixed t-shirt. And we will be doing just a simple bride shirt, nothing fancy. I just feel like it's very cute. It complements the glasses that we have here. So I have my heat transfer vinyl. When you get the sizer vinyl, it just doesn't ever roll back onto the roll, and I never want to put a rubber band on it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so scared to do that, but I just don't want to do that. So anyway, first thing we need to do is we need to measure our t-shirt to know how big our design should be. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to open the T like so. Make sure it's as straight as can be, even though it's not really ironed at all, so it's okay. You don't have to iron your t-shirt, but it might help. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure from armpit to armpit, and it looks like we are at right at 17 inches, which is fine. That just means we can cut as wide as our mat. And then I measure also a pinky's length down from, whether it's a crew neck or a V-neck, from the bottom seam of the neck area. And I usually measure the pinky's length just because I feel like that's a good length. And so that comes to about right at 2 inches. So maybe we want to start our design about I say between 2 and 3 inches down. So I'm actually going to come down another inch. We'll do 2.5 because this is a women's tee. So we'll do 2.5 inches. I literally do nothing special. I just put something right there to remind me where we're starting our design. So for right now, I'll just put my Cricut tweezers right there, and that shows me where we're gonna start our design. You also don't want it to come too far down because then it looks kind of weird. So I'm kind of trying to stay in this middle section right here, which means I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now I'm gonna measure from the start of where our design will start, maybe to about 6.5 inches down. I feel like that's enough space. So my 6.5 inches mark, same thing. I'm just gonna put something right here, starts here. And so I think that's good for this women's small t-shirt. Of course, you adjust according to how big your t-shirt is. So there we have it. So my design needs to be, depending on how wide you want your design, totally up to you. I generally eyeball it, but I know in terms of width, it needs to be 6.5 inches wide. In terms of length, this is what I'm working with. So I'm actually gonna use the full length of my mat. So I'm gonna use all 12 inches to make the design. So let's hop over into my Cricut design space and create the design. All right, you guys, so in Cricut design space, you want to open up a brand new space like I did. I have never created this design before, so you guys get to actually see me make one. So basically, I'm just adding in a simple text box, and I'm typing our word in for our shirt. And now I'm going to go ahead and adjust the size and dimensions that we need for our shirt based on the measurements that we took. And so I'm just adjusting the width and the height of the text in order to get that perfect size that I'm looking for. And that looks to be about the size that we want. I'm just making my design space a little bit smaller so I can see the full design. Make a minor adjustment here. And that looks to be about kind of what I want. So now I'm going to go in and change the font. I am using a font that's already on my system. I purchased this font from Font Bundles. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and select the Baby Sierra script, which is the fun script that, you know, we kind of see on a lot of different t-shirts. And basically I'm just going to readjust the size of my text to be able to fit the t-shirt. And that looks to be about the size that we're looking for. I'm also going to go in and add a cool heart shape in for the dot of the eye, which you'll see here in a second. Or you should see here in a second. Not sure exactly what's happening. But basically I went in and added the heart over the eye, and now I'm going to do is highlight my entire wording and click weld. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and select make it, and we will be making this on matte. Alright, so since we will be cutting this on matte, we are going to go ahead and mirror our image. That's usually the first thing that I do, because I never want to forget to not mirror my image, because we are doing this, we are ironing this on. And so once I have it mirrored and flipped around, not sure why and how I got disconnected, but we're going to go ahead and select everyday iron-on materials, because that's what it is. We're not going to change the pressure, and now we are ready to go ahead and prep our mat and load it into our Cricut machine. All right, so we're going to prep our mat. And we actually don't need all of this. So what I'm going to do is just like I did before, I'm just going to line my mat up next to it and cut where I need to cut. Now, of course, you know, if you want to be a little more exact with this, you could just put it on the mat and, you know, do what you need to do. But this works for me, so that's what I do. And basically, I'm just going to apply my heat transfer vinyl to my mat. So when we cut our heat transfer vinyl, we don't want to cut the super shiny side. We want to cut the kind of dull matte looking side. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my vinyl to my mat. So, and now I'm going to go ahead and load this machine. And now what we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm going to shave around, cut around this to shave off the extra vinyl that I do not need, to make it easier for us to press it and to weed it as well. And I'll just save that for some extra material. So this is what we're working with. I think it looks pretty cute, looks good. So we need to weed it out. So I forgot to mention this, but while it was cutting in the machine, I went ahead and prepped my heat press. So or my easy press, my Cricut easy press. So basically, when it comes to regular just heat transfer vinyl, sizer easy heat transfer vinyl, you only want your temperature set to 305 degrees Fahrenheit, and you only need to press for 15 seconds. Of course, if you ever are in doubt and very unsure about what or how to set your temperature or what temperature you need to set it to, definitely check out the Cricut heat guide, and that will let you know temperatures, how to lay your things, as well as the sizer heat guide, which is also pretty thorough. It breaks it down by materials, what you're pressing, for how long. Everything's all right there and perfect. A great resource to use when in doubt, because that's always what I do, and it's never failed me. So and I can put the links to that down below in the description box, so you guys can kind of save them and have them as your favorites, just to refer back to. But yeah. This is what we're working with, and you guys are like, we can't read that because it's backwards. I know you can't, but when we iron it on, it's going to come out pretty nicely. So go ahead and take this off of my shirt. I'll still leave the top one there, but I'm going to go ahead and slide in my heat press mat. I'm gonna go ahead and just lift this over here. Press the Cricut machine button. And I'm just prepping the t-shirt to get ready to adhere this vinyl to. All right. That beep means that it is done. Counting down. So now I'm gonna go in and add my vinyl, heat transfer vinyl to the shirt. Like I said, I'm gonna angle it kind of just like that, just because I kind of wanted it at an angle. I didn't really want it straight across, but you do whatever you want. So I'm gonna just do mine like that. Now that that's down, now I'm going to go ahead and press our shirt. So same concept, except I like to press in sections. So I'm gonna press probably this half first, this half second, and then probably just one overall press across all of it for a third time, because I really want to make sure that vinyl gets attached very well to the shirt. So I'm gonna attach this half first, and just hit it. I'm really applying very light pressure. It's not necessary, but I just kind of like to do this. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's done. And now I'm just gonna slide it over to the other half of our shirt here. Kind of doing the same thing. And then I'm gonna press right down to the center. I feel like I need to hit these edges out on the outer corners for the letters, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit those like so. And I don't have to do these the full 15 seconds. I'm literally just hitting the edges. All right. So now we are going to do a warm peel. So being careful, I'm gonna go ahead and take my butcher paper off. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and peel off our carrier sheet. and start out our mat here. And this is what our shirt is looking like. So I think it looks really, really good. I'll try to get a close-up so you guys can kind of see. But yep, this is what we are working with. I think it's cute. I think it goes really, really well with our glasses here. So yeah. All right, you guys, so that concludes the ending of today's video. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or any comments or anything that you've tried differently than what I did, let me know down in the comments below. I love talking to you guys, love hearing from each and every one of you. So yeah, I cannot wait to see you guys into my next video. Bye.